Hey guys, this is David, Sick and Near Me Comic. Welcome back. I'm gonna go live. People should be coming in soon, hopefully. I got something to say. There's a lot of things that I need to say, so seems like nobody's here, so I'm pretty much talking to myself. But if you're watching this show on the rewind, please subscribe, comment, and give this stream a I don't know a thumbs up if you like it. It's not a typical like a market watch, but I have a presentation towards the end that we will talk about four books, four key issue books that we kind of thought I thought that would be kind of be nice to have a little bit of what happened in 2022 through now, so currently. And I was just surprised to see that the price of these books has gone significantly gone down in price pre-COVID and during COVID and post-COVID. Anyway, this stream today hopefully will get HazelDan and along with Comic Book Estate. Mr. Smith will not be joining us today due to his very active lifestyle in the matrix system. All right. So today, there's a lot of things I want to talk about, and that's the title of this show. Is that instead of calling it comic, how would you call it? Have a like a hash mark or hashtag or what called comic talk. I just thought that it would be cool to have a new title for this live stream. It's called the Collector's Corner. The last one we did was Comic Talk episode 40. This is Comic Corner continuation of episode 41. All right, today I just want to talk about a few things. I haven't seen the Venom movie, The Last Stand. Seems like as if there's a lot of negative critic review. I haven't gone seen it yet, so I can't speak for myself until I see it. But I think this is something that I might need to skip. There are a lot of people that I was kind of a lot of people were saying, and I was kind of hoping. As for myself, is that the Noel will be the main protagonist or villain in that movie, but seems like he's only. I mean, I could consider as a spoiler because I can't call it spoiler because I haven't seen it yet. But still, a lot of people saying that the last 5 minutes of the movie you'll see no, and this is somewhat the Sony is trying to, I don't know, have something in the works for some other previous Sony movie, and I don't know. To me, honestly, when it comes to Sony made movie, I am pretty skeptical of how it's gonna do. I have seen Morbius. I think it was okay, but it wasn't the greatest. I don't know too much about Morbius. I haven't read any of his books, so I mean, just going as a casual movie watcher, gore. I mean, just watching it, it was all right. It wasn't the best. I guess I'm spoiled from the previous MCU, like all the way through Endgame, But watching that was okay. Um, I couldn't even watch Madam Web. I didn't go in the theater. It's actually on Netflix, so I tried watching it. After first 20 minutes, I just couldn't do it. The editing, the storyline, everything really just somehow it didn't stick with me, or it didn't resonate it to a point where I want to stick around for the next hour of my time to watch that movie. So that was that. What was another movie? Um, hey guys.
Hey.
I was just talking about before you guys moved on. I was just talking about what movie, Venom, The Last Dance. I haven't seen it, but a lot of negative critics and reviews from people. There's like
Yeah.
mixed yes critics. Some people like it, some people really didn't. They say they was really I don't know was really choppy. None of the story or things click. So a lot of people say that if you're following all the way from what you have seen Venom 1 and the second Let There Be Carnage. So now, if you have built that, I don't know. Gee, I'm losing word here. If you have invested in the character between Eddie Brock and Venom, this is a nice way of going and building that character and saying goodbye, because I don't know if they're gonna make Venom
Hmm.
4. Tom Hardy made it clear that this is the last Venom movie that he'll make. You know, but everything else is just
Yeah.
very choppy. But they're saying that this happens to be the second best Venom movie made compared to Let There Be Carnage. I mean, Let There Be Carnage was just shit show. I mean, just
Right.
a lot of the storyline was very choppy. But and I was kind of hoping that No will be the main focus of this movie, but
Yeah.
from what I saw and what I hear is that you get No only in the last 5 minutes of the movie. So I don't think I want to go to a
Right.
theater, you know, to go watch that movie. I'll just wait until it probably comes on Netflix or
Yeah.
Disney Plus. So how you guys doing?
Pretty good, I guess. Just working, and um, we got a bunch of books back from CGC recently, so it's kind of
Nice. I love it.
yeah, we'll
Okay,
get rid of it
CGC
at some
Hall
point.
coming up.
Bought a couple of books. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah, and we bought a couple of books. Yeah, so we got a couple of books too. We're waiting for uh, one of them to come in next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one of them that's
Next
coming in next month after it gets paid off. So yeah,
All right. Well, I'm excited. I don't know why. I'm excited for you guys, but I'm also excited to watch you
yeah,
guys all.
yeah.
You know, actually, I haven't bought anything
Okay,
really. Yeah, I've been just doing a lot of trying to, I don't know, trying to make some kind of content in my channel,
yeah,
by just going through like the top 5 books I have in my stupid collection for the past 7 years. And
yeah, yeah,
it's I don't know. I'm trying to keep myself busy, and my wife is out
yeah.
of town for the next 3 weeks, so I have no curfew today, so we can go on forever if you guys want to.
Uh,
So there's no time limit on today's show.
okay.
Um,
All right.
I have
I'll be
made
back in
a
1 minute, actually. Yeah, go
okay.
ahead. I'll be back in 1 minute. Sorry.
Put in.
The thing is that I made a power presentation for the 4 books that I have asked you to get the market watch, you know, I don't know, the GPA. So hopefully I did a real simple. It's not high end or it's nothing. It's very simple. So um, I was kind of happy myself that I have done that within what it took me like 45 minutes to do it. So kind of happy. And what else? What else I got? I got nothing. Well, the title is I have something to say, and I made a reel on my Instagram about this thing that was kind of bothering me. What the influencers or people are doing. Um, it's all about that. Store exclusive. You know, people were saying back I think it was a year ago, they're saying, oh my god, there's so many store exclusive, is saturating the market, is ruining the market. Why would people pay so much for a store exclusive? And these are the people that were having like a weekly podcast, weekly stream. They do a market watch. These are people that within this community have somewhat set themselves to be an influencer. I'm sure they didn't start wanting to be an influencer, but when you get so much views, so many subscriptions, people tend to move into that line of selling or reselling, to their followers. You kind of catch where I'm going with this, because I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
name channels, but I seen the transition within the past few years as I was kind of following them, kind of trolling them in a way, because I don't really do a live chat when I watch them. I just kind of see how their channel grows, you know, and one thing that it was kind of struck to me is that this whole new Marvel whatnot. They're trying to bring the sports card, a way of selling comic book in a pack of three comics in a pack or in a box, you know. Um, and you only could get that if you have been actively selling on whatnot within the past 6 months, you know. And they say they have sent emails to a lot of the sellers who's been active, but some people didn't get the emails, some people did. And I realized that the people who actually were doing the break or selling this Marvel whatnot pack happens to be a lot of the influence that I've been watching throughout the years. you know they've been saying that whatnot is a format, is trash. When they first started, it was a great thing because the people they knew they can sell cheap, they got it cheap. It was a little bit more of their trading format in the earlier, I guess you can call it the beta version of whatnot. Now has grown to be such a huge thing format for sellers. But these people that got the pack happens to be a tremendous influencer within the YouTube or within this community. From last what I heard is that they had at least about 800 something of this pack, mystery pack of this whatnot 24-year Marvel mystery pack, that people been raving. But out of the 800, how many of those went to the top influencers? And I saw Comic Tom, he had seven. Some other people had seven. You know, so just
Yeah.
just and there's one active seller that has not gotten an email. So I'm just kind of wondering, did everyone got an even number of those mystery pack to sell on their formats, right? And the crazy thing is
Yeah.
that these are the same people who's been selling on whatnot, promoting this thing, how great it is, how bring excitement to. I mean, I'm not dissing them, but at the same time, it's kind of hypocrite of them to kind of bash on stores, how saying that the store exclusives are ruining the market and why people would pay so much. But once they realize that they can make thousands and hundreds of dollars using their influence to their followers and selling it on whatnot
Yeah.
platform, and now they're saying that this is exciting, this is the new thing. This is just I don't know, that some people are saying that this is just um, a trial or a beta format of what's to happen in the future. They want this pack to be in the retail shop, in the card shop. To me, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
You cannot have a sports car market in the comic book because is something that is not being designed from the publisher. I can understand if Marvel themselves do something like this, but if whatnot, a second party are making limited print,
Hmm.
make, to, I don't know, making a foil or red foil or prism foil. I mean, it's great for the sports car because
Hmm.
the sports car company randomly inserts those out of the hundreds of thousands of cars that is printed. So it's a mystery pack in a way, but you have that excitement that you spend $5 on a pack to get a thousands of dollars on a pull that you make. But this is generated print run. you know and I've been going through some
Yeah, well, the
the
sports card's also a bigger market.
yeah, I mean, but I see where they're going with this, but at the same time, it's the people that had been criticizing sports. I mean, not sports, but store exclusive. Now, how they're like going back again, saturating, uh,
Right.
devaluing the comic because you get 1,000 copy or 3,000 copy. Those incentive variants are given to them. You know, so they're saying that the incentive ratio variant is no longer I don't know, doesn't have the value it has used to be. they were talking all this negative stuff, but now they find out that they can make $1,100. They're saying, oh, this is a great thing. This is something that we should be working on. And just to me, it's just very
Right.
hypocrite of that for them to do this when they were talking bad about store exclusive from the get-go. Um,
Yeah.
and I was just surprised to see that I was just surprised to see that these. I'm just gonna type out whatnot 24-year foil comic. I was just surprised how much are they selling. I mean, good for them. I mean, I'm not bashing them in any way. Like I said, um, hey Ron, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Boom, 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 boom. Chrome requesting to bypass this. Okay. So, are you guys seeing this?
Yes.
All right. So, right here, this is recently sold today. Ultimate Spider-Man whatnot year in Marvel 24 go for limited to 300. $200 a best. So I'm assuming that it's probably sold for $150. For my understanding is that these influencers or whoever got this packs before they were able to sell it on their whatnot platform as an auction, I think it was a $40 buy-in. But once again, not all sellers that has been active in the 6 months got that email to get this. So I don't know. And whoever's in charge of whatnot comic or in a comic seller format is Jack DeMeo. Jack DeMeo, if you guys not know, he was part of Tales from the Flip Side. He did a live market watch with what's that Simple Man comic, and so he is part of the same people that I'm watching and following. So you kind of go see where this going at, right? He has a lot of people within within the YouTube show, YouTube community, comic community, and these are people that he knows happens to be a huge influencer within the comic community. He was part of the CBSI, and things like that. So I don't know if people that he knew or that were part of his crew, they got the first dibs on this.
Right.
So 200. This is just a basic silver foil, limited to 1,000. $60, 54. Just the pack alone is 185. With the buy-in was $40. I mean, these are great to see that people is selling. Look at that, $1,600. And from my understanding, this seller happens to be what's his name? He was the president of Valiant Comic, and now he does Bad Idea. So he's the head of the Bad Idea. So he's another guy. Look, he got a red foil, which open happens to have maybe 5 or 25 copies. So for 1,600. So if you're going down the line, I mean, Prism foil for 279. This is great. But isn't this the same thing that how was that?
It's gonna crash just like the Invincible covers.
Yeah. It's the same, pretty much the same, but the thing is I don't know what to say. I'm kind of in a mix because I'm kind of feel that this is great for the market, but they're promoting a book that is.
I disagree. This is not great for the market.
Well, I mean, to them, I think this is great. To me, I have mixed emotion. To me, it's like, okay, if you were able to get it, make money is great, but at the same time, you have promoted I want to call it exclusive because it's from Whatnot. It's
This
not
is
from Marvel.
basically just a pump and dump, though.
It is exactly. So, like I said, I'm not saying that it's bad to make money, okay? And a lot of the influencers who have done this are in it for the money. And so it's I mean it's done, but at the same time, going back again, I think it's for them to be such a hypocrite to saying that it was such a bad to you remember Bry? I'm just gonna change the you remember Bry's comic when he destroyed thousands and thousands of copy of his variant and he only kept one for himself. So it was a self-generated like a ghost book because there's only maybe 5 or only one and people were bashing him for doing that.
Right.
And how they were bashing others like, okay, you get Marvel, how can you get 500 printing? Can you prove that there was only 500, you know?
Yeah.
So
I will tell you this: like we've done a few deals with Bry in the past where we've sold him books and shipped stuff off to him. From the dealings and the conversation, like I've talked to him, I had conversations. Like I would say from the interactions and dealings that I've caught with him, he's actually pretty trustworthy. He's a decent person that happens to give people really good deals on books, selling them and buying them and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I think he is actually a benefit for the community.
I think he's kind of a benefit for the community.
In that you can like trade bulk books to get like a grill, and he's pretty easy to work with.
He's really easy to work with. He pays immediately. He ships stuff out immediately. So we've had great transactions with him. I understand what you're saying. It's still kind of like a
when it comes to like the store variants.
It's all manufactured. It is all manufactured rarity. It is all a gimmick. But the thing about that, David, is that these people are making money off of that, or they wouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
You know, they're banking it in. They're making, and we're to blame for that. Like people that buy
the community,
the community's to blame for that. Like, and we quit doing that. Like we quit buying the variants and that stuff, and we just started buying what we like, you know. And if it happens to be a variant, it's a variant or whatever. But we don't rush out to get this is a Spider-Man whatever that I don't care about, but there's only 100 of them, and it's $150, whatever. Like we kind of quit doing that because it's not a safe bargain. You know, you don't know if it's going to go up by $100. You don't know if it's going to go down and drop to $10 or down to $5 or be worth $3. You just don't really know. And the market's so weird about that. There's so many of them.
Look, it's fine to get if you have the money for it. Yeah. It's something you enjoy, and you also know you're probably not going to recoup anything that you put into it.
Right.
I would not build a collection or your collection around that.
I'd be careful about doing it. And
most of the time you're just going to be burning money.
But we do that. Like we keep them in business doing that though.
It's fine if it's something you enjoy. We get stuff all the time that we know will go down in value.
But we just like it because it's like, well, that might not be the smartest thing in the world, but we're not going to go broke or anything. And it's not going to break us. And it's just something I want. So I'm going to do it because I got to pay that for it. Yeah. Everybody's done that. We all do that. But I think to make a habit of collecting that way and to do that consistently, it can kind of be a little bit of a trap. And you got to know what you're doing. It's fine if you want to do that. And I'm cool with people doing that or whatever. But like, I think it's a little bit more of a gamble, and you got to be careful with that. And that will feed the machine like that. You know, people that do that, they go out and they buy every incentive, every 1 in 10 thing, or and we all have done it. Like I said, I'm not crapping about anybody or making fun of anybody or anything, but like, but it keeps them in business, man, or they wouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just bad for the person collecting. Like, but I mean, at the same time, like, you got to learn, or I don't know, like.
Yeah, I mean, and they talk about Comic-Con for doing, selling mystery pack for $34 to his followers, how he pump and dumps, and these people are the same people who has talked about how bad the mystery pack is. I mean, but I just don't get it, and that's the thing. I just don't get it. It's like when there's money breathing down your neck, you tend to give in, say, okay, I will support you. I don't know. I guess I can't speak for myself because that has never been brought to my attention. Saying, "Hey, David, I'll give you like 4 of this pack, and you can sell it for $100, but I'll give it to you for 20." Honestly, if I had that kind of following, I don't know. I think I would just sell it for maybe $40. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know.
That's hard to say. I mean,
And they're saying that it was the market will decide what this pack will be, but they know that they got this for $40. But they're using their influences to have them come to their whatnot and have them bid starting at $1, and it went all the way up to like 150, 125, and they will break open. And most of the time, there's high influence people. I saw they break on whatnot. Mostly, all of them got like a gold prism. Those very low printed or said code saying that it's printed. But I haven't seen them destroy all these books to make them only limited to 25 or 5 or 101, whatever it is. So that's that for the whatnot. I was just to a point where really, who in the world would spend $1,600 on a writ print? I guess this is like the 9th print, I guess, because I think Ultimate Spider-Man has coming like an 8th or 9th printing already. So this could be like the 9th or the 10th writ print, just that they put a foil, gold foil, red foil, prism foil.
I think the key is to stay off of whatnot, and also to not listen to influencers.
Right. I mean, $1,600 that could buy you a lot of other books.
That could buy
you can buy a Hawk 181 5.5 or 5.0 for that money.
Yeah. Right.
And that will stay with. I mean, it will fluctuate. I mean, it will infatuate from maybe a few $100s down or up, but from $1,600, I hope that this red foil that was sold for $16 stays within that $1,000 price.
Won't.
I mean, for whoever who purchased that for $1,600,
Right.
So, if whatnot or whoever all the influence been sold, ask whatnot to prove that these books has been destroyed and the print run is what legit. Because I haven't seen any proof from whatnot saying that the red foil. I don't know, for Marvel, if you need to make if you do a store exclusive and so on, so you need to have a limit of 3,000.
Yeah.
Right. So there's 1,000 limited print. There's 20. I don't know. Just somehow the math doesn't match. I mean, it doesn't add up. Give me a proof. Give me a proof that you guys fucking destroyed this book so that whatever's in that mystery pack is actually the correct or the exact amount of what you guys saying on those print run. So I was just kind of thought that was wow.
Yeah.
So the lesson again is stay away from whatnot. Don't listen to influencers.
Right.
And don't ever buy mystery packs because you don't know what's in them.
Well, I wouldn't recommend for not watching.
I mean, we all can get a mystery pack every now and then.
There's no.
The thing is, it's not like, the only reason that I'm watching this so that I can be somewhat on top of what is going on within the hobby, but I don't get influenced. I mean, there's no FOMO for me to get that book anymore. Right. It's not like 4 or 5 years ago where if I've been watching them, I probably would have bought I don't know, maybe one of these books just to have it in my collection.
Well, now, a lot of people, I would have probably, a lot of people would have.
Not at $1,600.
Not at $1,600. No,
no, not for $1,600.
No way.
$1,600.
Yeah. I mean, when people were talking about how great this Ultimate Spider-Man 1 was, I mean, it has a whole new look. I mean, if you go back to 2000, I mean, Ultimate Spider-Man by Bendis was a great read. I mean, it was a whole new outlook on what Spider-Man was, right?
Yeah.
And recently they came out with Ultimate Spider-Man again, where Uncle Ben lives, and I don't know, it was just a whole thing. So I kind of got a FOMO, so I got the Scotty Young exclusive cover, but I only paid $15 for that copy. Yeah, I mean, it's a cute cover.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, we get into that all the time.
Yeah,
like,
but $1,600. I mean,
that's a lot,
Jesus,
man.
That's a lot for a red print.
For modern books, there's only a handful that I'd pay that kind of money for. And they have to be established. It's not going to be something that just came out last week and it's some trendy, fear of missing out thing, or like, hey, you better jump on this while you can. I would I couldn't do that. Some people can. If you can, bravo, hats off to you if you can do. If you're brave enough to do that, I can't do it. But
I can't think of one comic book. I can't think of one comic book I would spend $1,600 on.
I can think of a million. I can think of a billion.
There's not one.
Yeah,
I would invest that money.
Yeah, a handful of modern ones, maybe three or four modern ones out there. But Golden Age, Silver Age, Golden Age, there's plenty of Bronze Age. There's plenty I'd pay that kind of money for those kind of books. But, not for these, not for like the limited edition. There's only 3,000 copies of this Spider-Man reprint. I can't do that. Like, it's not.
No.
I'm not strong enough to do that. Yeah.
No, so David, how about you, David? Is there a book that you would pay $1,600 for?
Which I did.
Yeah.
It was my Ultimate Fallout 4, the first print. I paid $1,700.
Oh my God.
No, but here it is. I sold my Ultimate Fallout variant, the 125, for close to, I think I sold it for $8,500, which I only paid $850 to $900 back then. So, I mean, the ROI was there for me to say spending $1,700 on a first print was somewhat reasonable at that time. But who knew that fucking thing was good? And we will talk about this towards the end because I have a presentation. So I won't spoil it. But other thing that I want to talk about is.
But hang on for 1 second, David. So Ron, there's no book out there you'd pay $1,600 for?
Recently or within the 7 years?
No,
period.
Just period. Like I was talking about Ron. Yeah, like
period. I don't think so. No. Mm-mm.
What if
I've been watching? I've been watching the prices of the first appearance of Black Widow, and they've definitely gone down since that movie. But I still, I've had that book once, and I don't need it again. I'm just happy with what I got, and I would love to go to a really nice convention where there's a lot of good vendors, but to spend four figures on a book, no, there's nothing like that I'm interested in doing.
What if it was a really good deal? Like, what if the book was like a $3,500 book or a $4,000 book, and you found one for $1,600? Like, would you pull? Could you?
If it was a $3,500 book, and I could get it for $100, then I would buy it.
No, 1,600.
No, not 1,600.
But you could flip it and buy $2,001 books.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not a flipper. I don't sell stuff. I hold on to everything I buy, and I like what I get. But flipping is not my thing. I'm not interested in making a profit off of that.
Right.
I think Ron has a whole different mindset. I mean, he's a very OG. I would consider. He's just there for the content of the story or for the character he loves.
Yeah.
And he's not there for any monetary value. And if it goes up, he'll be happy. Right. But I don't think he would jump on the opportunity to sell that book to get different books. Am I right?
I'm also less sensitive about the condition of the comic book. I used to get a comic book and I see spine ticks and it would just aggravate me. Now I've just passed that. It's like, I don't care. If I can get a nice, decent copy of a comic book, put it in a bag and a board, I'm happy.
Happy with it.
I don't have to stress about price and return on investment.
It's the only way it should be. Or it would be nice if it, but it's things. Yeah.
You know,
when I first on that with like older books and stuff, I don't care as long as it's a presentable copy and I like it and I want it. And but a modern book, I like. I guess I'm kind of snobby or stupid or whatever, but I like. If I get a book and I think it's a 9.8, it comes back at a 9.4, I'm not going to be happy with it. You know?
Well, that's if you get it graded, but like if you're going to keep it raw.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you keep it raw and you just do that, it doesn't matter at all. But yeah, if you're going to get it graded, I'd like for it to be.
Yeah, speaking of graded, you know, I was watching a recent Sticky Goose video and he was talking about how he would buy a slab at a convention. And I totally agree. Every convention I go to, the slabs are overinflated. You know, they're trying to make a profit, but there's no deal for you. They're just too damn expensive over there. It's better just buy it online from a vendor you could trust, or you know, get a raw copy and slab it yourself.
Right. Yeah. 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 The comic book conventions is not a great place to go to try to find a great deal. You can find them, but they're not.
Well, you're better finding like raw books.
Raw books.
Like,
if you can find a raw book.
You could probably dig, maybe find something that hasn't been repriced or is overlooked. Or...
Yeah. And at the conventions, we struck gold at a convention, you know, before like getting the raw books and stuff like that. You can get a lot of good deals on the raw books.
What's up, Dan SPO?
What?
Welcome. No, I'm just saying hello to Dan. He's in the live chat. What? You know what? When I first started my channel, I called myself Sick and Near Me Comic because that's what I wanted. I want the mintiest, the most high end, regardless if it was a Silver Age and so and so. I mean, I passed on so many great key books because I was looking for high end, but at the time, getting those high end condition was pricey. And starting, you know, I wasn't willing to spend $400-500 on those Silver Age on the high end. But later, after 7 years, I realized it's just if you really want it, it's just better to, regardless what the condition is, to have it in your collection. You know, so I guess we kind of pivot to how, as we collect, we kind of pivot to a point where what we want to collect, what condition, also what character we want to collect, and other things just subside, and we tend to not to have that. Oh, I want this book anymore just because it's people are talking about. A classic example is FOMO, you know. So yeah, and then Ron, I'm glad you mentioned Sticky Goose about how grading or graded comics are ruining this market. And I commented on this thing is like to a point where how stupid are you? What makes you think that grading comic book or graded comic book is ruining the comic book? I mean, the comic market. I just don't get why he thinks that just because he has purchased during the COVID time.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's why he sounds like.
Yeah, that's just kind of his. Yeah, that's his bubble and that's his experience.
He got in at the absolute worst time to be collecting.
He got into the wrong time. He listened to the wrong people and did the wrong things with what he was. You know what I mean? And he just kind of fell.
He's just been burned.
Like, a lot of people have. Like we've been burned. Everybody's been burned. You know, but I think that's his experience and that's what he knows. You know, and that's how he sees it. And yeah, but no, slabs aren't ruining the business. Like I think. Many other things are ruining it, but it's not. But it's not slabs. You know, greed and fear. You know, fear and greed and people not understanding or having an adequate knowledge of what they're doing in the when they're doing this and making, you know, keep feeding it. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah, you got to be a good, smart consumer when you go out there. Like I was saying, slabs at a convention. I mean, every time I try to find a slab at a convention, it's like ridiculously priced. And it's funny how they have a bunch of slabs. They think they're going to sell anything. It's like, no way. No way would I pay prices for that. But But if you could find a raw condition book for cheap and then get it slabbed and it's a high grade, hey,
that's
you
great.
scored.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's a great feeling. And
Really
that's
good
part of your
feeling.
collection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great thing to find a $5 book and comes out as a 9.8, and later to find out
Yeah.
as a few $1,000 books. You know,
We've done that on eBay. Like we've gotten raw books on eBay, and I'll just look at the pictures real carefully, blow them up, look at them, and figure out what I think the grade is, and I'll pay the whatever the adequate price is for it. And we've done really well on getting a few things on eBay for good prices, and I mean really good. Like really really good prices on a couple of big books. That are modern books, and we paid a fraction of what they're worth because they were raw, and we knew how to grade stuff. And maybe the person selling it wasn't sure about the grade, or they didn't really know exactly the value of the book according to the grade or whatever it is. And we happened to get a couple of big 9.8s that way, that were ended up, so you can find them out there. It's just
conventions,
conventions,
eBay. Like
be careful.
It is a lot safer
Yeah.
at a convention because
Yeah.
you can actually see
Hold the book, you
everything.
can
There's
look
no
through it or do
surprises.
whatever.
Flip through it.
Handling,
Right.
Yeah.
but don't you feel that a lot of our collector is in mindset is just more of an impulse buy to a point where I want it.
Yeah, it can be, for sure. More of her than me. I don't. Yeah. What do you mean? What? Yeah, her a lot more than me. What?
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's how it was for me. I remember going to my first con in Hawaii. It was called Amazing Con. It was their second time, or probably the third time they had it there, and I always wanted to get a copy of Killing Joke.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get it because I heard such a great thing about it. How Alan Moore made a huge, I don't know, it just somehow is a prequel to how Batgirl became Oracle, getting shot. So I was at a con, I was going down, and I saw this in a 9.8. And I was thinking, oh my God, 9.8. And he was asking 300, the price tag was at 350. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to. So what do? I go on eBay to find out what's the last sold, and it was selling for at least about $300 at that time. And that was like decades ago. So I was thinking, oh no, I couldn't say decades. Yeah, it was about a decade. And I was thinking, oh, okay. I need to make a deal with this guy. So I lowballed him. I said, give me 250. He's like, no, 300. Come on. This is my first CGC book or graded books that I would buy. I mean, I had some CGC books that I got graded, but never actually bought a CGC book before. So I was thinking, it will be my first grail that I want to get. Come on, help me out. So end up paying, I think it was $250 for that book. If I'm not mistaken, I might have paid a little bit more, but it's around equivalent to about $250 to $280. So $30 different, but I was happy. I mean, that book is not I don't know what the market. I haven't checked the price on it, but I
it's
still
about $250.
I think for me is that to a point where I think there's certain book really doesn't matter if the prices goes up or down because it's my personal collection. It will be in my PC. It's one of the grilled and still have it. And I read it. It was a fucking great read.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Now I know why they went all the way up to like what 16, 18 print on that book.
Yeah.
All different variation of colors on his.
And that was your first. So that was like your first major kind of purchase for a comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of I remember ours. Like it's a really exciting and kind of scary thing to, when you kind of break that. Like, man, do I really pay that for this? Is this a good idea? Like, am I stupid? Like, should I do that? And then like try to find out that, like you were talking about, you try to find out what the comparable sales are and do the best you can with not really knowing what you're doing yet and all that kind of stuff. And I remember our first transactions like that were really exciting and also kind of like, and after we pulled the trigger on it, I think ours was about 300 as well, something like that. Maybe it was long, like 15 years, a long time ago. And
the Iron Man one.
It's Iron Man #1 and a long time ago. And if it tells you anything, it was long enough ago to where it was like $300 for like an 8.5. If that tells you anything, yeah. And it was that long ago, and it horrified us. It was like, do we know what we're doing? Like, what do we? We like Iron Man. I collect Iron Man comic books since I've been a kid. Since I was like 12 years old and stuff. So I have a bunch of Iron Man books, and we loved it. And it's like, man, do we?
Well, Iron Man, was it number 9?
8.
8.
Yeah.
This is what kind of.
That's what got her hooked on comic books. Is Iron Man number 8. It had the Gladiator on it. It's just one of those, cool covers, action covers, and
my mindset is not to go after keys or to go after grails. If I go to a convention, I put $300 in my wallet and I put a couple hundred in my car somewhere, and I try to stay under budget. I don't blow my money, and at cons, you look for those deals like at the end, like Sunday when they're desperate to sell off their books. Those are the best times to get deals.
Yeah.
But to go after keys or grails now, I steer myself away from that type of thinking.
Yeah, I remember spending $200 something. This is the first time. That was my first time ever to spend 3-digit on a book. On a book, it was more of like a $20 here, $15 there, $30 there. That was my highest, and to spend a 3-digit, hundreds of dollars on a comic book, I really wanted it because just somehow that buying at a con meant something more to me than buying, clicking and buying out on eBay. So I was committed to buy, but it took me such a long time. I think I was there for 30 minutes with the buyer, just going back and forth, pleading that he could give me the deal.
Yeah.
And once that deal was done, guess what? It broke my cherry. So buying another $100-$200 book didn't bother me as much as before,
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's like an actual drug, It is. But we didn't mess around. Like we just it was our first let's start collecting together. Okay, what do you want to get? Oh, let's just go for this.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, So we just didn't we didn't do like a couple of dollars here, a few dollars there. It's just like our first thing was like, let's.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a variant of that cover, I think.
Very cool.
A black and white variant. That's really cool.
Do you have that one, Ron?
I'm not sure if I have it or not. Look.
Typical Ron answer.
I probably have it. I don't know.
I'm gonna have it, but I don't know if I have it now.
I didn't realize I had this thing. It was gifted to me by Freddie 562.
Yeah.
Back in the day when we were doing 9.2 crew.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just going through it and I was like, oh, this is something different. It's by Daniel Acuna. But then I saw this one has a full cover, right? Fully colored.
Yeah.
This is the partial.
Yes, that's right.
So 9.2 of this sold for $125.
Yeah.
So I
would not pay $100 for it.
No, I just thought that I'd bring this out and show it to you because maybe you might not.
It's cool, but I got better things to spend my money on,
Yeah. Hey, Modigi.1. Hey guys, can you find a great deal at garage sale? I came across an old man who was selling books for $1 a piece. I got my mint copy of Black Panther 1.
Wow.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Really nice.
Yeah.
I wish I could find those estate sales or garage sales and find, a classic collection. That would be so cool. But I've never done that. I've never found one.
Never found anything but garbage at the garage sale. Nothing but garbage, man. It's like,
but we also don't go a whole lot.
Yeah,
so it's not like
the few times that we have,
it's like nothing special.
This is too much work for nothing, man. I don't know if I want to do this. It's hot.
I think King of the Golden State, James, he finds some really great things at the flea market.
Yeah.
He lives 30 minutes away from me, so I got to go out with him one day. And
I think.
go? Wait,
because I see his Instagram posts is like, God, like where do you find those? And I remember me and Doom one day we went on a flea market to sell our comic book, and this one guy he comes back and look what I found for $5, and the seller I guess I don't know where he was, but he had a whole set of Batman Avengers, and he fucking cherry picked, and he had I swear to God, he was a 9690 candidate for Batman Adventures 12.
Yeah,
he got it for $5.
I have never found a good flea market. The flea markets here are garbage.
Yeah.
Well, you should reach out to James and say, well, what date are you going to go there and go follow him?
Yeah, I know. I don't know where he goes. I mean, he's not far from
number 1 and a 50 garage sales and stuff. It's like got a couple copies. We love the book and we got a few copies of it and stuff like that. But it's just that's the kind of stuff we find. It's just like a couple of dollar books or something like that.
We went to our flea market here, and like all the comic vendors are like, they just don't want to get the boxes out. They don't want to let you back there to see anything. It's like, okay, this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
I mean, why bring it out if you're not going to show it? I just don't get it.
Yeah. Maddening. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember at that flea market, I had a Ultimate Fallout first print and a 9.4. I couldn't even sell that damn thing for $100. I mean, but now, back then you could, I don't know. I mean, for $100, this Filipino guy came in and like, oh, how much for this? I'm like, $100. He's like, let me think about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, because I had about 6 copies of this graded, and 9.4 was the lowest grade that I got, and I'm trying to sell it, but nobody was biting on it back then, Who knew? I was giving away $1,000.
How many copies have you had, David?
That one out of 50 Fiona Staples, I think I had about 10 copies of those.
Golly. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. 202 I got graded, came out 9.8. The rest of it was just I gave to Walking Jedi, Drescher. I gave one to Doom. I just was giving those away as an AOK because back then, you could buy those for like $15.
Yeah.
And I got the, online, I just click and to see the images. And you know what? I'll buy it. I had 10 copies, gave it away. 5 years later, fucking thing just
you didn't know. Yeah.
Not a few $1,000, but I'm
glad. There wouldn't be any reason to really think it would do something like that. It's
and I'm glad that some people got graded, came back as 9.8. I think Drescher got his one graded and came back as 9.8. I'm like, yeah, okay. At least I didn't give you a freaking shitty copy.
Yeah.
A 9.6.
Speaking of Ridge,
I know. Yeah.
He has like one of our favorite new series right now. The TCG.
Yeah. It's like the store
simulator. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he did a unpacking of those, right? He did a packing of those. Yeah.
Dude, that's.
Yeah.
No joke.
It's like a video game.
My new favorite YouTube. Yeah, it's like one of my new favorite YouTube channels. Like it's funny it's funny, man. Yeah, I wish he would do like a 3-hour episode so I could just turn it on and go to sleep, and listen to him. And it's I'd probably watch the thing for 3 hours straight if I had time. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, talk about a game or whatever, but I just found out that Demon Slayer season 5 is going to be coming on next week.
Yeah.
Fucking waited whole damn year for this. Yeah, so I'm very happy with that. I think going back to graded book, ruining this, and this bald-headed called Sticky Goose is like, I understand his personal, agenda or his personal feeling about how graded book kind of ruined his collection because he bought it so high. But posting a video saying that this is ruining the comic book is like, I think he should do a little bit more studies, more research, Like to me, it's like
I feel like
if
also
you
does
like
like
it,
hot takes though. Like
yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you like it, buy it. If you don't buy it. I mean, same
Yeah.
thing to do with this. What not Marvel. If you like it, buy it. Or I
Buy it,
understand, but it's just in my own mindset, not as a burner because I got burned before. You
Yeah.
know, I listened to this influencer. I got the book, the hottest book in the world. I bought it at premium on eBay. I got it, and now it's like, and years later, it doesn't do anything. But
Yeah.
why, why hate, why hate it just because you got burned? Learn from it. But as
Right.
for him, he still has that bitter taste in his mouth, and he put out a video out there saying that graded book is hurting this market. It's like to me, it's like fuck no.
Yeah.
If you want to get it graded, get it graded. That's
Yeah.
your own personal choice. But don't
So
hate
is
to the point or don't regret.
It changed the market, but
well, and here's the thing, like there's a lot of different ways you can collect. If you don't like graded books, you don't have to get graded books. Like there's a whole market out there that you can collect what you like. Like
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that,
I mean,
is
even
that what Sticky Goose did? He bought a lot of graded books during the pandemic. Is that what happened to him?
yeah.
I don't think he
Yeah.
bought a lot. I think it
I
was
think
more of a
that-
nostalgia books that he wanted when he was a kid and when he,
Yeah. Okay.
you know. So I
I
think
think
there
it's
was some,
both.
Well,
I
he
think
did
he
a
bought
video.
a lot, and I think he got a lot that didn't need to get graded.
Right. And he bought a lot of stuff he
Graded,
shouldn't
like-
have bought. And he bought it because he thought it was going to make, a lot of, it was worth it. The
I think
value was
he
going to
did
go
a
up.
lot of like the
He did a-
MCU spec.
Yeah.
and-
And then he did a video after he did all that and he lost like half his money. Like
Yeah.
everything, like his value, like his comic book collection dropped in half after he paid all that money for it and did that. And he lost like, I mean, that's, and the equity that he put, like everything that he put into it, he probably, I think he said he lost like 50% of his value of all of
He
his books.
said that on one of his videos.
Yeah, it was last year maybe.
Last year, I think, yeah.
Hmm.
And I was like, man, that's not good, Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah, I think that explains a lot of his mindset.
Yeah, that's a
like-
lot of his mindset. Is like he got burned, he got screwed on that, and he's, I think it's like it's on him to know what he's doing if he's going to spend that kind of money on these books, But it's also like,
It's also just unfortunate to
yeah,
get into the hobby at
at that time,
like
with the people that are like trying to gain the most from it and do all this kind of stuff, and they don't have your best interest at heart.
and if you're new and you
Yeah.
don't know where to look,
Yeah.
you kind of look to some of the influencers, and they're not
No.
really going to lead you the right
To
way.
me, any influencers is there to make money for them. I mean,
Yeah.
they can. They
Right.
say they don't, they don't pump and dump, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
The books that they talk about is to a point where really, where do you get that information saying that this is
Yeah.
the hottest book? But there's a top 10. I'm sure he watches that, and
Yeah.
he probably got it during the time that that video was released, and
Yeah.
I'm sure Comic Tom has one of the biggest influence on him when collecting
Not
comics.
only that, but like if you have if you watch 3 channels and they're all influencers and they're telling you their top 10 and you see that book in 3 different people's top 10, and they're like, get this while you can. Like, dude, this is a hot, guys. This is a hot book, guys. This is, right now it's gone up 20% in the last year. It's just, who knows? Maybe it could go up another 20%, you don't know. I would try to get this book while you can. And they do a lot of that kind of stuff. And then people that don't know any better, you can't tell the future. And they go out and they do that, and then all of a sudden they get a book, they pay $1,000 for it, and then after all that stuff ends, next year they have it, you can't sell the damn thing for $150.
That is too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say much for Stein. House of Stein. He does the 10 for CBS side. I mean, he always said. I remember he always saying, "Don't buy the books if it's on top 10." I remember he always keeps saying that. But I think he made a point. I think Kingdom Comics has made a point on our last views that as for there was one part where Comic Con during the time of the pandemic, he was making those videos saying these are the time to get these books now before it goes up more. Because the market was such a high point at the time, but who knew it was going to crash? But I think, like I said, I think Sticky Goose has got burned from a lot of the influencers, and it will be the same as this freaking whatnot because
Yeah.
you pay $1,600. I say within the year that probably be at most probably $600-700 book, if anything, if the market's out there still.
So just clarify something for me. Did the comic book market crash during the pandemic?
After
No.
it was about a 2-year period. Right, David? About 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, you'll kind of get an idea, Ron, when I do this presentation.
Yeah,
and it's called Heart.
So what happened is that they have the pandemic. Everybody gets their little
stimulus check,
government. Here's your Band-Aid check, kind of thing, and they get that stuff, and everybody's got a little extra money, and then they start making the movies.
And you're also isolated a lot of times. Like you can't go anywhere, and you have extra money.
You have extra money. You're bored. You can't go anywhere. Everybody's scared. Everybody's wound up, and everybody's this and that. And then you get a $1,500 check or $1,000 check or something. You're like, somebody said this is a good thing to invest in. I'm gonna throw my money at it, and do some of that stuff. And then
comics is the last thing on my mind.
I don't know what really caused. I think people, it was like a mania.
Oh, I think you guys froze.
Yeah, you guys froze.
And then they started freaking out about these books, and somebody sees a book that sells that
but it was
cards,
it was
comic books. And people started throwing their money at it. And then you'd see some of these auctions, you see these things, and somebody paid $10,000 for a book that was like $800.
I mean, I think the classic example is
what's happening. And then everybody started panicking and wanting to buy all these things so they could turn around and sell them and get money. And it just snowballed. And people started buying a bunch of stuff that's never has been, should not be, and never will be again worth those values. A lot of people bought garbage, and they bought stuff that's not worth it. And when I say garbage, I mean it's not necessarily garbage, but it's just like they paid $2,000 for a $50 book or a $30 book. You can't buy a book like that for that because it'll never be worth it again. It's not worth it now, and it never has been, and it should not be. Like that's a bad investment. If you want to pay $100 for that book or something, great, that's a good investment, whatever. But people weren't doing that. They were paying 4 times the amount. And I remember even Grail's like a Fantastic Four #5, the first Doctor Doom. Somebody paid like $45,000 at one point. I saw one go for like $40,000 and a 6.0.
It was like a mid-grade,
Yeah, and a mid-grade is like a 6.0, and now the book's like worth 8 or 9 in that grade or something. And I saw a lot of that kind of stuff. It's like, man, that's, and the X-Men #1 just went bonkers, and people were paying 4 times than what anybody's ever paid for it in those grades and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, that's a good book, but it's not worth 4 times what the value of it is. Like, no book's worth 4 times. Action Comics #1 is not worth 4 times the value that it is.
I mean, even the Amazing Fantasy 15, like
anything.
When books like that are spike and can't sustain it, no book has a chance, really. Like,
and even like she said, even Amazing Fantasy 15, like we watched that plummet. But when I say plummet, it's still worth
it's still worth a lot.
But like a 1.0 is still like a $12,000 or $13,000 book, I think. Still a lot of money. But
at one point it was like
20,000,
25,000,
and now they're worth like 10 or 11, maybe in a 1.0, maybe 12, and it was like 22,000 for some of those books, and some people paid like 25,000 for 1.5s and stuff like that, and twice what they are now. And so that book there, like I didn't see, that book. It was more the modern books, I think, that people were paying 4, 5, 6 times the price for, and some of the Silver Age stuff like that, but not as much of the Silver Age stuff as some of the modern books.
Yeah, it kind of went in stages. Like,
it was odd, and now the Golden Age is nuts, and it's starting to dissipate a little bit. But man, I've seen some crazy prices on some of these Golden Age books that it's like, wow.
So you saw prices go down like somewhere between 2022 and 2023, something like that.
Late 2022 maybe, and definitely now. Like, and over the last year, it's just getting lower and lower and lower, and they kind of keep just going down and down and down.
Well, I'm glad you're mentioning this, because here we are.
Here we go.
The high and lows, how much you sold from the highest to lowest, gathered by using GPA website, right? These are the 4 key first appearance in a comic through 2020, which happens to be the hype of the COVID, which is, I know COVID's probably started in started getting around in 2019, and it
Yeah.
actually got into 2020 through 2024.
Yeah.
All right. So
Right.
that said, I was supposed to give you 5, but just somehow I guess I missed the book, so it only 5. Oh, it's going to be a 4 key. I don't know. It seems like number 5 showing 5 book is my memo now. Doing all these videos myself. So the first one here is
Yeah.
Teen Titan issue number 12, first
Yeah.
print, first appearance of Batman Who Laughs. All right, in 2020, as you guys can see, it sold for $850 in CGC 98.
Ridiculous.
All right, that was the highest, and the lowest that was sold for 250 at that time. I guess that's in the beginning of 2020, and as it got further into 2020, $850 for this. And at that time, Batman Who Laughs had his own solo series. People were saying that this is, and as you can see, I do have my statue back here as well. Look, you can see, and that happens to be my favorite villain when it comes to, because he is in, it's infused with Batman and Joker together. I mean, the mindset. I mean, was just a great read. It was a great thing. All right, so in 2021, it went higher. It went up, sold for $905 in CGC 98, and the lowest was at $205. I'm assuming that probably, I don't know, an auction or something that has happened. But I'm assuming with the data that was being given to me that this was all CGC 9.8 at the time. In 2022, $700 sold in 98. The lowest was $336. So as you can see, the lowest has slowly going up, but the highest has gone a little bit down as well. Last year is $530 in 98. The lowest was at $125. I think this is when the foil of this version came out. I'm assuming, and I don't know. And this year, current to today, 2024, $460 sold in 9.8, and the lowest was back to about $200 something. So the lowest price got back to where it was before at the height of the COVID. But if you can see the highest from $905 to $406, that is close, more than 55% drop in sales from the highest at the beginning of 2021 to current at 2024.
You know, go ahead.
Do what? Oh no, go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I gotta clear my throat. Well, I was just gonna say, if I found a clean copy for $50, I'd still haggle to get it down even further. I mean, I don't see the value in this comic.
So I think the good thing to look at this is that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm getting lag. I'm sorry.
No problem. The thing is about this is that there is also, I guess, a debate of what is actually his first appearance art. If it's going to be Metal issue number 3, or was it issue number 2? It was that Delato with the Wonder Woman. There was a cameo appearance of that, but a lot of the market have decided that this is the book that is his first appearance or first full appearance, because he's on a cover. And he actually made, it's like Hulk 181, the character is within the storyline. I myself like this character. He's in the Phantom Zone, I think, from my understanding, that somehow when he breaks out is going to come back stronger and more, waiting for him to kind of come back into the DC continuity. But if you haven't read this, I don't know. I'm not pumping it. I'm just saying that this is for my own opinion, that this character is like, I don't know, it's badass. Badass.
And I'd say for people that are collecting books at these levels, like if you're like, look at all those years and look at the highs and the lows and everything, and you can look at that and determine how much you should probably pay for that book. Like, I wouldn't pay more than $200 something, and that's consistent. Like, that'll kind of keep you fairly safe. Like, but don't Don't do the 800 thing, and
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
do
if you want
500,
the book,
if you want the book, pay around 200 for it, and you're probably safe because that from before COVID, during COVID, and after COVID, there's always been some kind of $200 sale, and that's the most consistent line of the whole thing is around 200, and it's through every single era of that. So if you're going to buy it, I would say it seems like a lot of money or whatever, but if you want to collect that way and do that kind of stuff and more modern stuff, that
at
you
least
got to
it's
look at.
first appearance.
And it's a first appearance. It is a key, so I would say 200 is probably fairly safe to pay for that.
Yeah, about 150. I say about 150 to
Yeah.
200.
Yeah, 200 on the high, 150 on the norm. Yeah, but I wouldn't be ashamed if you paid $200 for that book. There's nothing to be ashamed of, and you didn't make a really bad decision. Even if it drops $50, it's still 100. You're not losing thousands of dollars on it, or 600, or $300 or $400 on it.
It's like the risk level is
mitigated, real low on that.
And don't get this book because you think that it's a good investment on a character.
Yeah.
Read the book. Book. If you like the character and if you are kind of buy into it like I am, get one. But if not, no need to. We're not saying that this is something that you should buy. This is one character I really, really like. I would love to see him more in the DC continuity again.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to show. I just put it out there because this is one character I really like. All right, let's go to the next one here.
You sure about a lot of people like you were talking about how Sticky Goose lost a lot of that money and all that kind of stuff.
I don't care. I mean,
you got to
I got it because I like the character. I was never there to make any money. Look, the only regret that I have during the COVID is not selling the books.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are. Batman 655, 1/15 ratio. First appearance of Damian Wayne is a cameo, but 655 seems to be somewhat people kind of leaning towards. There's also full appearance on 656, but this is a not an easy book to find. So 2020 it sold for $505. The lowest was at $282. Look at 2021. It seems like there's a pattern to it. At 2021, during the height of the COVID, people are buying. So $620 sold in 9.8. $400 is the lowest. All right. 2022 kind of kept that high end at 2022. 600 sold. $600 sold in 9.8. The lowest was at $295. So you can kind of see that it went down at least about $100 within a year. Last year alone, somehow because of there was a hype about Damian Wayne, might be making a solo movie. It was a Super Son animated on the DC Plus. I mean, on a Max. On what's that? Is that Max?
Yeah.
Titans, you mean?
No. Well, not Titans. There was an animated called Super Son.
Oh.
So Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent, which sold for $750. So there was a hype. There was a news early in 2023 about Damian Wayne, and I remember I had a first print of this, sold for about $225 at the time, and the lowest was at $260. So I've somewhat made okay because I purchased that book for $85 because I had about 3 copies of those in a 9.8, so I sold 2 of them. In 2024, this year alone, it dropped significantly, close to 50% from last year at $356, at the lowest at $211.
Wow.
Yeah. I purchased this in a 9.8 for $280 in a 9.8.
I got a raw copy of this from Joe Field's store for $30 raw, and I got it because it was a Kubert cover. I didn't get it because it was a Damian Wayne first appearance. So Joe Fields is the guy that started Free Comic Book Day. His store is not far from me, and I still have this comic book, but I have no intention of getting it slabbed or selling it. It's part of my collection. I like it there.
Yeah, I mean, I have a 9.8 and also have a first print 9.8 along with a raw copy of this, but it's I guess I'm still waiting to kind of get rid of it. I mean, if you like the character, by all means,
Mm.
he's, he's one of the psych. I mean, mentally he has something wrong. He has definitely a father issue, daddy issue with him. But at a 15-year-old, I mean, you can kind of. I kind of like that character when I was reading Super Son. Uh, bad and the good. John is the good cop, and he's the bad cop, and it's just go on their ways and make trouble. It was to a point where I don't know. If you like his character, go ahead. If not, do not pay more than $185 to $200 on the lowest on this book. But if you can find it for like Ron did for $30 on a back bin, regardless what the condition is, and you want to add to your collection, go ahead. This segment is not for you to say go and buy. This is just more to a point where how the market has changed in certain books at the certain hype, at the height of the hype, and what it is right now.
Yeah, that trend is insane. It doesn't even make
crazy,
sense to me.
Yeah, I was surprised when HazelDan gave me this report. It's like, damn, like I said, I should have sold mine. I should have sold half of my books during the COVID and buy it back 50% cheaper than
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah.
I mean, hindsight being what
Hindsight,
it
but
is.
Yeah,
man, that's you don't want to do that either because what if it goes up another 50%?
who knew?
I didn't think it would, but I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I want to sell my books and take a chance on that. And if they go up,
I had a
more,
hard time selling my Ultimate Fallout 4 variant. I mean,
Yeah.
like that was my character.
Yeah.
Next one here. Darth
Some
Vader.
different words, man.
Darth Vader, number 3, one of the 25 racial variant, first appearance of Dr. Aphra. So this one here at 2020, $1,500 sold, and the lowest was at $250. This one I did not get. How the hell you sell one for $1,500 and the lowest you sell for $250? I'm assuming that it was all 9.8 by looking at the data that you guys sent me. So 250. I don't know if that was actual closed or a completed sale or not.
Maybe they mislabeled it, and that was like the regular copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. And year after 2021, $2,500 was sold in 9.8. The lowest was at $1,500, which happens to be the highest on 2020. I think 2021, a lot of people are saying that a lot of people are at home watching what Star Wars show was that a couple years ago.
I saw the Star
The
Wars,
Mandalorian.
the Mandalorian, and all that.
Mandalorian, and there was some kind of rumor that probably Dr. Aphra might be.
Yeah.
There was some kind of hype on it. 2022, $2,300. It went down. It dipped 200, but the lowest was at 1,000. And the last year sold for 1,600. The lowest was at 978. Current date today is at 1,498. The lowest was at 825.
Wow.
Yeah. So this didn't go drop 50%. I'm probably looking at about 35% in drop in sale because there is a lot of cult following when it comes to Star Wars, and a lot of people are still waiting for Dr. Aphra to have a live action appearance in one of them Star Wars movie, Disney Plus shows, and so and so. But yeah,
I'm a huge Dr. Aphra fan, and I have that whole series. Love, great character, and that's a book that we overpaid for.
Yeah.
That's one of our
oopsies.
One of our beautiful mistakes, I guess. Yeah, I do love the character, like the character, and I kind of put my money into something that I like, but it's still I lost a little bit of money on that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when it first came out, it was during the same time when DC Rebirth came out as well too. And I read the character, I was like, God damn, this is like Han Solo, but more badass, cold-blooded,
Yeah, I would suggest anybody read that series. Like, it's the Darth Vader and Dr. Aphra stuff. It's really
Yo Kingdom.
Hey Tito.
Hey Tito.
Yeah, so I don't know. We might still see. There's a lot of bone. I mean, there's still a lot of meat left in this comic book for you to pick. and but do not overpay. I said this book, if you need to get it in a 9.8, I don't know, 750 is the most that at right now.
Even before the ups, that was still a real safe bet for that book was about $700 something. Yeah, at one point, I'd say that's fairly safe, but I don't know. I think it might even go down a little bit more on that one. I'm not really sure.
We'll see what happens, because I think even in last month alone, 1,400 compared to last year for 1,600 being sold. I mean, like I said, still a lot of people are believing in this character when she wasn't even not in the live action.
Right. It's a good character. Yeah.
It's a good character. And
worth.
And her droids.
Her droids are awesome. Yeah. Murder droids. Yeah. They're awesome.
And I think this is one of the very first character that was made just for the comic book. So I mean, there's that. She wasn't in a Clone War. She wasn't in any of the Star Wars. She was never in any of the novels or storyline. When it comes to stuff, it was just a character made just for the comic book, and had a huge following. And what Washington Grayson? Oh, Washington. Okay.
So before all of this happened, wasn't there a lot of hype with Ahsoka Tano, and then the series kind of blew that hype away? I mean, I thought that was a hot
Clone War. Yeah, Clone War #1. Yeah, that book was a $10,000 book on the what was that? Dark Horse presents that limited to 1,000 print in a 9.8.
But not now.
Not now.
Okay.
Not now. So yeah, I think to a point where the reason I picked this because these are some of the characters I fell in love with or kind of resonated with me reading their books and thing. Going back to Damian Wayne, this is one book that I kind of speculated and got multiple copies. Like I said, I should have, if I wanted to make money, I should have sold it at the time when it was at highest in 2022. But
you don't know what the height is, though. You just can't.
Nobody knows. I mean, we only can speculate what it can be, but nobody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, look at even. I mean, look at the guy who bought this. So the next slide is my favorite, my character that I read it and speculated ever since I came back into collecting is Ultimate Fallout #4. First appearance of Miles Morales. A lot of people saying that. I think there was a Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1, issue number 6 or 5 or 6, that he actually becomes a Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, when Nick Fury gives him the shield uniform. I don't know, but this is the first appearance of Miles Morales. 2020, $1,420. The lowest sold was $200. This is another one that kind of boggles my mind. 2021, $3,840, $3,840. The lowest was at $1,050. And look at what happened in 2022. Anybody can guess what happened in 2022? Why this book sold for $4,500? This is when Sony came out with their it was a Spider-Man video game.
Oh, PlayStation.
Yeah.
Morales. That just sparked the interest of Miles Morales. And during this time, the 1 out of 25 and a 9.8 sold for $30,000.
Well, I think at its peak, wasn't it like 45,000?
I remember.
Yeah, some of those copies of the Jergovic sold between $35,000 and $45,000. One of them sold for $45,000, man.
Yeah, I remember there was a hype on Whatnot. I think Frankie's or somebody sold their 9.8 copies, and it was on an auction, and it sold for I think $30,000.
Yeah,
and that's the highest that I know of. But I just wanted to focus on the first print because I don't have that $125 anymore. So anyway,
Yeah.
so $4,500 in 2022, and the lowest sold for was for 1,466. Let's look at last year. The highest was sold for $2,768. The lowest was at 550. Now and recently, one sold for 1,550. The lowest was at 509.8. So I'm assuming that $1,550 was the early part of 2024.
Yeah, there was we just saw, we did just confirm one of the sales. It was $43,000 for a 9.8 Jerkovic back in 2023, January.
Yep. On Heritage.
On Heritage, $43,000.
Yeah. I think last year was a time that I picked mine up for $1,700.
Yeah.
It's because I started seeing that how can you go lower than probably 1,500 at most, and now I was at fucking $500. I could have saved myself 1,000, but that's a behind side. I mean, you can always look back and say I did the right thing, I did the bad thing, I should have done this.
So the Sony PlayStation game came out more than 12 months ago. Was that a cool game to play with Miles Morales and Peter Parker?
Yeah, from a lot of people saying that it was critically was one of the best Spider-Man games out there. I think,
and yet this all went down anyway, huh?
Yeah, I mean everything. I mean, at the hype of things, it's at high, but after a while, there's no mention. I mean, even the Edge of Spider-Verse, Enter the Spider-Verse, that movie, somewhat did very minimal, but I think it's the hype of the game that introducing Miles Morales on the Spider-Man PS5, I think, was it, or PS4. That's the one that actually got a lot of the gamers, I guess, got into buying this. But yeah, I mean, I can kind of see why Sticky Goose kind of get mad at the point where at 2-3 years ago they bought at the ultimate high time during the COVID. I mean, right. Hopefully this pandemic thing doesn't repeat itself again, and I'm pretty much sure that the market like this will probably not happen again until another pandemic happen. But do people learn from their mistake? When it comes to collecting, I don't think so. There's going to be another new wave of new collectors.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cryptocurrencies that has gone up. I mean, Bitcoin's at what, $67,000 right now. So I don't know. But right now, a lot of people are saying that the comic book market is dead, but I don't see it when people are paying $1,600 for 9th or 8th print red foil fucking Ultimate Spider-Man, whatnot, self-generated, hype is that. I mean, yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked at this data. And what do you think? This is something good? Is this something that we should do every other week?
Well, I did hear that there were some wealthy individuals just spending a lot of money on comic books and kind of pricing people out. And at that point, that's when I just lose interest. So if that's killing the market, I guess that's one reason. But I would like to see what the prices for the first appearance of Black Widow are.
All right.
You pull that off, David.
Maybe next time we do some Silver Age.
We'll
you know what? Why don't we do this? You
want to do this with the Silver Age next time, David?
Yeah, I mean, give me 45 books that you guys want, and give me the data, and I'll do this simple presentation on a PowerPoint. I mean, we can go.
We'll put the Black Widow in there, and
Black Widow, Iron Man.
Iron Man, okay. We'll look
Scarlet Witch.
I mean, we can do this segment like every other week. I mean, like I said, it only takes about 45 to an hour.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Scarlet Witch, have you seen Agatha? What is that thing called on Disney Plus? It's on Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, what is it? Agatha.
I think it's Agatha now.
Is it?
Or Agatha All the Way or something like
Agatha
that.
Yeah, Agatha All the Way.
It's not
I
bad.
haven't seen it.
I haven't watched it.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it
Oh,
either.
okay.
It's to me, it's like, am I invested in this character, or do I really want to watch this?
Yeah.
So that
Well, when I was a kid and I first was introduced to Agatha Harkness, she was an old lady, gray hair. She doesn't look like this person,
No. No.
I'm enjoying it. I don't know what the
Web
ending's
is a
going to
little
be.
bit
I can't see where it's going, but it's interesting.
Right. Yeah.
right now,
It's not going to make me get the first appearance of Agatha Harkness, though.
no,
What about the Madam Web? Have you seen any of that?
no,
I think she looked a little bit different back in the day too.
yeah.
And-
I only watched the first 20 minutes of the movie. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Isn't Madam Web Peter Parker's aunt or something? Or no?
I have
Do I
no
get that
idea.
wrong?
I never read it or anything. I
Okay.
know about Madam Web because of the last few years of everything going crazy in prices, and then now they
we
get the
picked
show
up
and stuff
for our
like that.
first appearance in like the dollar bin.
Dollar
like, a
bin,
long
yeah,
time ago.
we got a dollar buy on that back in the day, and I didn't even know it was her.
I just thought it was a cool cover.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool. I didn't even know it was her first appearance. I just thought it was a cool cover, and we got it for $1 and a dollar bin or something. So
I think this is a good way of saying, like, if this is a character you haven't been following, why would you want to get it just because there's a hype on it?
right, yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
So
And I think what you did there, David, like showing those prices, I think it's a good example of why you got to be careful buying during spec time.
yeah,
When they start releasing these movies and trailers and these announcements, be careful about what you're buying. Like somebody buys profit, and now it's
And same with the whatnot.
same with the whatnot stuff. Just be careful with what you're buying and
Variants, like-
know what you're doing, and look at the last 4 years of history on every book you buy if you're going to be paying hundreds of dollars for it, and know what you're doing, and figure out what a logical, reasonable price is for that book, and try to have a little bit of control on what you do with it, and try not to go overpay.
Even
on
if,
it.
like-
it's hard to do.
Okay, even if you like,
you know.
say, like that whatnot variant, just wait a couple months, wait a year.
Yeah.
If you like it, it'll still be there,
And you'll feel bad,
probably get it
yeah.
a lot cheaper.
If it goes up to $2,500, you're going to feel real bad. You're going to wish you got a bunch of them. But if it doesn't, you'll feel real good, and you never know. But if it does go up again like that, it'll just go down again. Like
but store variants. I mean, I shop at Stadium Comics because they have some really cool Archie comics, and like this.
Yeah,
we got
you know?
that one.
we got that one. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Stadium Comics is in Canada, is it not?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Hmm.
But their packing is packable. I haven't gotten any book that was excuse me, was damaged during the shipping.
Hmm.
And why I got this? Do I like Archie? I'm not an Archie comic collector like HazelDan is, but I got it because I love Pulp Fiction.
It's a cool
I watched
cover.
the movie. I loved it. If I can get a really well home homage to that poster or thing, I'll get it. And this was another one, Hangout,
Hmm.
that I got. Betty and Veronica for. Why did I get the Hangout homage variant? Because it's really well done.
Isn't the first Pulp Fiction homage that Gen 13?
I don't know.
I know they have like the
That's
Hulk
No, I
shapes
think it was
too.
Hulk. I think it was Hulk. I think it
Yeah,
was
the
Hulk
She-Hulk one.
441.
Yeah.
But Angel
No.
Medina, I think that's the one that She-Hulk's lying in a bed. It has the same.
Oh, yeah.
It was like this.
Yeah.
From my knowledge, I think that's the very first
This
Mm.
is
homage that I know of. But
Hmm.
yeah, and I was watching Hangout on Netflix. I was thinking it's a pretty cool show. Then I realized that this was actually a video game.
the Ultimate Fallout, right?
No, Hangout.
I mean,
Hangout.
Fallout.
what's the name?
Oh,
Fallout. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fallout. But it's called a Hangout. But looking at it, and I saw the game console, the cartridge, and it looks the same.
Yeah.
It's really well done homage. So I had to get it. So people saying like, don't store variant is not good. In somewhat way, it's not good if you're looking at a monetary value of it. But if you just you're certain have a certain niche of a collector, with certain things, you know, and store variant is the only place that you could probably get it at you know, and the cover that you want, you know. And trust me, I got a lot of store variant in my collection, and trust me, none of them panned out the way. I think the only one that kind of panned out was the Sabrina, that homage to
exactly.
What was that? Jesus, Omega Man issue number 3. I think there was homage to it. I mean, I still have it.
Yeah, we got that one too.
I mean, I still have it. You know, but I think that's still selling for about what I paid for. So it didn't go in price, but I mean,
yeah, we love homage books.
Yeah, I love if I can find any good homage to Pulp Fiction, I'll get it. You know,
I'll get an homage book to most things. I just like homage books for some reason, especially like horror. I really love the horror stuff. Archie has a lot of good homage books.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of them are ones that I won't get to though.
Yeah, I think the homage of the Archie book I got is that Amazing Fantasy 15. Yeah, it was really well done by Dan Parent. I mean,
yeah, he's pretty great. There's a Detective 27 one. Where's what is it?
It was a Phantom.
Yes,
Bob Phantom.
Yeah, Bob Phantom. I have that too.
Yeah, Bob Phantom. Do you have that? Speaking of Bob Phantom, hang on.
I think that issue was like after so many decades that he finally came back in a comic book. I think there was a decades of hiatus on that character. Then they brought him back recently. So, and it was an homage to Tech 27. That was that's a great cover. I love that cover. So today, I remember I saying that the next time I'll be here, I'll be doing a pack rip. I'm going to open. Yeah.
A pack rip. Oh, okay.
I'm going to break into this 2024 Ops.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. I'll show you something real quick.
Just go ahead.
Oh, this is the first appearance of Bob Phantom.
What year is that?
39.
Wow.
See?
1939 MLJ.
It's kind of an ugly cover, but
it's not the best cover in the world. It's got a dog saving a kid from a fire in a building or something,
but it is the first Bob Phantom.
But it's the first appearance of Bob Phantom.
Yeah, but also the first costumed MLJ hero, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so he was during the golden age, and I think he was. Then somehow he stopped appearing in comics. I think recently, after decades and decades of not, and then finally Archie Comic brought him back. I think, and that was his first solo title. I think I'm not too sure. Did you guys check out the Venom movie? I thought it was pretty good. I'm assuming Noah will be back. We have not.
I have not.
I have not. Am I going to watch it? Probably not on the theater. But if it does show up in Disney Plus, probably will. So, all right.
You know, David, I was at Target the other day and I walked past, the baseball card section, and I totally thought of you, man.
Oh, thank you.
But I didn't think of buying a card. I'm not going to spend money on those things, man.
No, I mean, I know it's a gamble, but it's an excitement for you to pull out. I guess that's what the Whatnot pack is. Pulling that 1 out of 5, that red foil. But I mean, card market is so different compared to comic book.
So is this baseball, football, or basketball? What are you working on here?
my love is for baseball.
I'm a big Dodger fan, so I'm really happy right now with the World Series.
Oh, what's going on
The
with the World Series
Dodgers?
right now?
Yeah, they're up
Yeah.
2-0.
All right.
2-0. Yeah, I know. They almost came back yesterday.
I don't know.
Hey, bases loaded, 1 out. They
Yeah,
couldn't produce a run.
Joe picked up some Caitlin Clark cards at Target.
That's a
Ooh,
long time ago when you've already told everybody about to check them out.
nice. Get them graded while you can.
Yeah, I was hoping to maybe luck out and get one of those signed cards, but no chance. Yeah, I think there's probably 3 of them around or something.
Is she Rookie of the Year? Did she get that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hands
She
down.
got Rookie of the Year, and she also made the All WNBA first team as well. So
Was it like almost
it was almost unanimous. Yeah, it was one person voted for somebody else. Yeah,
The Angel.
Okay.
Angel Reed. Yeah,
Okay.
politics.
Politics.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's so many damn tapes on this thing. So yeah, I mean, like I said, ripping pack is a gamble, and I can tell you that Drasher or Richard probably will agree with me, and but it's an excitement to pull something, and let's see who I got. Oh, look, I got Aaron Judd. This is an oversized.
Wow, I've never seen that before. Oversized card.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Did you buy that in an oversized pack?
No. It comes in that Costco thing, and also this somewhat drop is Francisco Lindor, catcher for New York Mets, a shortstop. I mean, this guy killed it during the NLCS. All right, so I'm gonna do the silver, which happens to have the 5 exclusive flagship collection. I'll do that last. Let's see what I pull. This is the exciting and the most boring time of this podcast. Talk about Francisco Lindor. We got that in the Star MLB, part of the inserts. Who we got here? Dynamic Duel.
Oh, I hate the Padres. I can't stand those guys.
Matthew Batten. You know what? I'm gonna solo myself out. Hold on, so you can see better. All right. So we got Weston Wilson, rookie. Kirk Kering. We got Kyle Harrison, rookie.
Okay.
We got Galvin Sheets. What was that? Eloy Jimenez. Harrison Badger. Oh, is that Future Stars of Garrett Mitchell for for Milwaukee. Hey, look.
Oh, yeah, you got a nice one there.
Yeah, we got a nice one here. The last Dominic Fletcher, and the last one is Lucas Sim on that pack. Oh, look, I got Pete Alonso, All-Star.
Okay.
Nice
insert. Kind of has that 35-year stamp right there. So, not bad. Probably a 75 cents to $1 card. All right, what we got here? We got Luis Ariz, Future Stars. All right, and we got here. What we got? We got Josh Hader. He fucked up on that on the wild card. Andrew, what's that? Lipsius, rookie. Alex Cobb. Reese McGuire. I wonder if this is Mark McGuire's son, but I don't think so.
Interesting.
Sean Manaye.
Manea?
Anea?
I don't know.
Yeah. We got Steven Cruz, rookie. Darius Vine. Nick Lodolo. Trey Turner. Brian Bello, future star. We got, what's that? Tanner Huck. And Kyle Farmer. Garrett Mitchell, future star. I think that was it. I think there's about 10 packs in here.
And you bought these from Costco?
Costco.
Oh, okay.
All right, so who we got here? We got Evan Carter, MLB future star of the ML, whatever. Motivated Minnesota. What else we got? Best of the best. We got for Mookie Betts.
Oh.
Okay.
Francisco Alvarez. Oh, that's a nice card. Brandon Williamson, James Ottman, Isaac Paredes. Fuck, I'm butchering all this fucking Hispanic name. Jacob Lopez, Corbin Burns. What is that? You say Kuguchi. Fucking, this guy was a fucking burnout at Seattle. James MacArthur, rookie. What is that? MJ Melendez. Hey, look, I wonder if this is Tito's cousin. Sonny Gray. And who's this? Gabriel Moreno? What the hell is that? Number 9? Never seen that one before. But anyway, that's that. Should I go faster instead of saying out all his names that I'm picturing?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
All right. That.
Okay.
Let me know if you guys see a player that you guys want.
We don't really follow baseball.
Mhm.
Brandon
I don't
Rowe.
follow much sports anymore.
No, not really. I follow
Hockey.
basketball if it was still worth watching.
Hockey is the only thing.
Yeah.
You guys are hockey? You guys into hockey?
I love hockey. Yeah.
There's that one rookie from Chicago Blackhawks that everybody's
Yeah.
trying to get.
Yeah. Chicago Blackhawks. That used to be one of my favorite hockey teams.
So
Oh, look, Korean player.
So,
He injured. He was one of the top prospects, but he came and I think the first game he ran into a wall. He hurt his shoulder. It was out for the season.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that really.
So are you a Mariners fan, David? You watch Seattle Mariners games?
Oh, look. Oh, yeah. I went to one of their games this year when they played San Francisco, and we kicked their ass. Jason Dominguez.
San Francisco has not been great the last couple of years, unfortunately.
I didn't know that Carl Yastrzemski grandson played for the Giants.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
All right. Oh, what the hell is this? Never mind. Oh, Shohei.
Nice.
No, hey.
So that's with him
Oh,
in the
nice.
Anaheim Angels team.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Mookie.
Oh, nice.
All right. Almost to the last pack. Oh, no. We got 4 more to go. Jesus.
Well, you could call it the last pack.
Lucy, Alec Mars, Alvarez, Tavares, Myers, Killerliff, whatever. Corbin Carroll? No. Schneider, Finnegan. Who is this? Pete Crow Armstrong for Chicago. We got Taylor Rogers, Prester, Alex Bergman.
Oh, I hate the Astros. Those cheaters. Did you see how they were cheating? They were banging that garbage. Okay, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get started on that.
Rojas. This guy was fucking killing it yesterday.
Yeah, he's a shortstop and outfielder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabrero.
What do you think of that? Shortstop?
Ooh! I got Mickey Mantle.
Oh, come on.
I got Mickey Mantle. How's that
Wow.
25 cents card? And we got the silver foil.
Okay.
Nice.
Big deal. All right. And future star Jose Ramirez. All right. So far, I got one Yamamoto and one, whatchamacallit, Shohei.
Did you buy a box?
Yeah, it was a Costco box.
Okay.
So all this comes in a whatchamacallit in that box.
Have you made the money back on it yet?
No, of course not. Not yet. Not yet. Of course not.
You never know.
We've
Here's
done
another-
really
here's
bad.
another
in our-
silver foil card. Look, a foil. A $1,600 foil. Ooh.
Nice.
Get it slabbed.
I know. Yes, one. None of the good. Nope.
Mm.
And I got Corbin Carroll, last year's Rookie of the Year.
I
Last
don't
pack
even know that player.
on the base. And I got Mickey Mantle. 25 cents Mickey Mantle.
That's a great card.
All right, let's see what we got. Anything good on this one. Last pack of this base. A lot of rookies on this one.
What's a card that has the Menendez brothers on it?
It's a basketball card.
Yeah, it was
I know
Mark.
that.
Mark something. All right, so there's this 5
Jackson,
exclusive.
Mark Jackson.
I forgot.
Is it Mark Jackson.
Yeah, I think so, Mark Jackson. And they just
Mark
found out that
Jackson.
there's another one from Michael Jordan, Upper Deck, something that they were sitting together with their father.
Hmm.
All right, so this is the somewhat inserts. Mookie Betts, Matt Olson, and Brett Booner.
Those were the cards that I wanted.
Nothing good. Nothing good. Jesus.
Well, if you don't like any of those Dodger cards, you can send them to me. I'll take them. I'm a
right.
lifelong Dodger fan.
Jackson Churio. Oh, it's a nice one. I'll keep that. Bobby Witt Jr., second rounder of MVP votes. And AJ, okay. Nothing on that. Last pack, guys.
I gotta say, the cards are much nicer than they were, 20, 30 years ago. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the card stock itself is totally different than what they were using before. That's all.
But I like those old cards, though. There's something nostalgic about it, like the 80s and 90s baseball cards. I used to collect baseball cards, too. I don't know where they're at.
All right, that's it. So,
That's
fuck,
too
I
bad.
didn't get any.
I need a box for our One Piece cards.
Well, you never know, David. Those rookies, they might, they
I
might explode in value. You never know.
Well, yeah, I mean, those are keep on the side.
Yeah.
But everything else, like everything else, I pretty much trash it, or I don't know. But the inserts I keep, the rookie cards I keep. You know, second years, I don't know. The thing is that this top they make a short printed. Um, they make a short print card, so which I don't know which one is short print, so I have to go through all this to see if I missed the short print or not. But yeah, that was I think that was a $35 box right there, which I made probably, I don't know, $3.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was fun. Yeah, look, $1 card, Yamamoto. He pitched awesome yesterday.
He did. He was great.
Yeah. You know, one of the all-time greatest, Mickey Mantle. That's a
It's been a
key.
while since I've been to a baseball card store, baseball card shop, baseball card con. I used to go to those, get some of my favorite players, but man, that's a long time ago now.
That's a good-looking card.
Well, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, other than that, I mean, this is a flashback to I think what was that 19 something. It's a flashback card.
Hmm.
Jason Dominguez. Well, other than that, that's it. I got a lot of trash here now. I just got to go through it and see if I have any printed cards on this. So, hey, HazelDan, you guys gonna do any pack breaks?
I don't know. We're gonna be getting.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll have what, PRBO one or which one?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get the One Piece PRBO one. A couple of boxes of those, maybe.
Yeah.
We haven't done any card unboxings or anything yet, or card reveals, but we got some pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some card game stuff like the.
The first box that we opened was pretty
We
good,
did really good on it.
but after that has been kind of.
Yeah, after that we broke even again, and then we did not break even. And the trend seems to be, and then again, this happened. The trend is you're not going to break even. Is kind of kind of the trend.
More like.
But our first box, we did really, really well on it. We got about $50 of value in it, or whatever, or more.
Nice.
Yeah, probably maybe $50 to $60 of value in it, and
like at the peak, the cards have gone down since.
Yeah, now they've gone down like everything else. So now it's like, we still did better than even. But and we got them graded, and we got them all.
The ones we showed last time.
Yeah, the big cards we got, they were all 10s, and then we got one that was a 10 with a exceptional
pristine
10 pristine.
Oh, the black label.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they were we got CGC. They were graded by CGC. Man, CGC, their card holders are nice. Like their card slabs, man, those are gorgeous card slabs. Yeah.
Hey, didn't CGC
They're
change
real
their labels on their cards? Or am I just
I
seeing?
don't know if they did or not.
Because I remember
We
they
got
used
some
the
here.
same, they used the same blue as the comic book. So I kind of like that.
Oh yeah. These are
yeah, we got this one. This is a peach.
Yeah, see, they changed that. Yeah, they did change the. They did change it. I don't like that. I don't know why they changed it.
I think they look nice.
I think it looks nice. What is it about it you don't like? This was the pristine one. It's like a.
Well, I like that gold letter 10. I like the gold foil on the 10, but
that's
somehow
really nice, actually.
That's
CGC, huh?
I like the way they did the same as the comic book with that blue.
Okay.
Has the
Yeah.
grade on the left instead of the right now?
I don't know.
These look really nice, though. I mean, because this is our first things to send in.
So yeah, and
We're really not card collectors. This is the first time we've got it into anything, and it's.
And if you get the pristine one, it has like the 10 and the it shows you the 10 and gold foil and stuff, and in the upper left it has CGC on it, and that also has like a holographic kind of thing. So they're actually pretty nice looking. Yeah,
they look really good slabbed.
Yeah, they look good slabbed, but we're not huge card collectors or anything like that though. But I would definitely use CGC for card stuff for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm a Beckett guy. I mean, ever since I started collecting, I graded through Beckett, so I just I don't know. Just I guess I'm kind of
I
think CGC
looks really good. But I think Beckett was always one of my favorite. Like it looks good. The Beckett stuff looks good. I do like the way it looks, but yeah.
I think PSAs look okay.
PSAs are okay. Yeah.
It's very flimsy. I don't like the feel of the PSA, even though it fetches a lot of, it fetches your premium for the cards, but I don't know.
I thought Beckett had problems with that, like with the labels slipping and stuff like that. Is that not?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I remember Richard was saying that he stopped going to Beckett because the plackets keep falling and somehow damage the cards.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's not good, yeah.
Because they don't use paper. They actually use a placket for their before. I don't know about wait, you know what? Let me look at it. Fuck. No, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, that was exciting, huh? Ripping packs, and Rich actually got nothing, but I got Shohei insert along with Yamamoto rookie base card that wasn't foil or gold or numbered. So yeah, I mean, I made $3 out of that $35. So there you go, guys. A lesson learned.
You guys got me looking at all the Black Widow CGC cards on eBay now. It's like, oh my god, there is so many.
About our returns,
yeah.
We'll get maybe like $40-$50 of value out of like.
Actually, I got a pretty good hit.
$40 worth of cards. Yeah,
I got a pretty good hit. Let me show you what I got. Where is it? Damn it. I was at a Target and I purchased
Caitlin Clark.
No, not Caitlin Clark. It was a skybox metal.
Okay.
And I think there was about 5 packs, and I pulled this.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
So who's the artist for that? Is that Joe Chiodo maybe, or?
I have no idea.
Okay. It does look cool.
Yeah. And then there's a red version of this, which is the one you want to get, but I got the blue. They would call it the grand. Fuck. Here, you guys read it.
I can't. I'm blind.
Grand Finder?
Grand is spelled GRANDIOSE. 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 Yes.
Grandiose.
So this is like a $20 card that I pulled, and I was shocked that I pulled this.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it was. So this is like a $15 card.
Okay.
So out of that 27 plus tax, $30, I made $40.
Did you collect those old Marvel cards that most of the art was done by like Joe Jusko and stuff like that? Did you?
No, that's the masterpiece, Marvel masterpiece.
Yeah. You never collected any of those?
No. No. I'm kind of regretting that I didn't get into those. I was more of a sports card collector. So,
man, I'm like having a panic attack. Like I collected baseball cards when I was growing up, and I had like 2 long boxes of baseball cards and like one big giant binder that was like one of the big binders, and it was
Yeah,
just
what
loaded.
year?
Do what? They were all like from the 80s and stuff like that.
Oh, 80s. 80s
yeah.
a good year.
Yeah. I mean, tops and all that kind of crap. Yeah, dude, I had most of them were like tops baseball cards, and yeah, from the 80s, and man, I had like a full Mets set that had like Daryl Strawberry and Drew Gooden in it, and I had the Astros because I was an Astro fan when I was when I was
Nolan
a kid.
Ryan. I think that was the year. Nolan Ryan.
What do you mean stupidly?
Well, I mean, I don't know. They sucked back then, and now they're good. I liked them when they sucked, and now that they're good, I don't. I don't know.
This is all my Locanas, like rare, super rare. Like fuck it. Do you know how much boxes of fucking Locana that I ripped?
Yeah.
And I only got one enchanted card, a Bell.
Okay.
So disappointing.
Our last box, we got like 2 hits.
Yeah.
And they were like maybe like $20 hits.
Yeah. And we lost money.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah, no. The thing is that I have the first edition of Locana.
Yeah.
The what's that? Illumineer Trove box.
Yeah.
I got it at Target. Ordered it for I think it was $45. Freaking thing's selling for $300 now.
Yeah, a Target store near here, they never have crap as far as like the card stuff goes or whatever. I'm always looking for cards there, but they never have anything. Caitlin Clark's about it. They don't have those anymore either. That was the best thing they had, that stupid Caitlin Clark box. But
you got what?
I got
like 2.
I got 2 of them. That's stupid. Yeah, waste of money.
Yeah, I mean
They weren't real expensive though. They were kind of cheap.
Like yeah. I don't know if I should grade these or not. The last one I got graded the Bell in what's that? In enchantment whatever.
Yeah.
He came back as a 7.0.
7.0.
Did they tell you why? Did they tell you why?
They said the edges was at 10. The edge, the surface was 10.
Okay.
What else? The corners was at 9.5.
Okay.
But the centering, fucking, they gave it as a 5 or something. I don't know how. Like
that must be some shitty centering.
No, the thing is that I compared to the other like PSA 10, it's the same shit.
Yeah. Huh.
We sent some into CGC because I have that, that 10/10 whatever, like the discounts on their card grading.
Yeah. Did you send it to PSA?
No, CGC.
CGC?
Yeah, because it was like a discount thing.
Well, I mean, I like the CGC. Like, I like the case.
So how much does it get? How much does it cost to get a card graded at CGC? Was it like $10-$20?
No, $18.
It was like $12. These that we just sent in are like $9 a piece.
A piece?
Wow. They're like $9.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
when
I went,
$8 or $9, yeah.
I think I paid $15 per because there was a thing at Beckett at CBCS booth, and they had if you submit more than 18 cards or something, it's for $15 per. But it has to be maximum of, I think it was like $100 or $150 for the value of the card. Anything goes over goes to the next tier. Just like comic book,
Mm-hmm.
But that is that. And I've got myself another card.
Okay.
So that should be next week or next following week. But yeah, I got 3 weeks. My wife was going to be gone 3 weeks. I don't know if you guys want to do a show next week. I can do it, and send me that 4 to 5 books of the Silver Age keys that you guys want us to kind of
Okay.
look at. I'll put it in a part, same format what we did this morning earlier, and we can talk about it as well too.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. If not, we can do two weeks events. You let me know. I have all the times on the weekend. I'm off on Saturday, Sunday, so
Okay.
yeah. I might get this shit just graded just for the hell of it, huh?
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah.
That would look cool.
Fuck, please hit a fucking homer, man. You know what his batting average is on the playoff?
He's been striking out big time. Oh,
Dude,
man.
his batting average is like below 1.
Below 1?
It's like point zero something. Dude, he's struggling.
Yeah,
you got Juan Soto hitting on a playoff. That's including the World Series. His batting
I was gonna get
is
like 1.5 because that's generous.
Is this his first World Series? I think it is, isn't it?
Who?
Judge.
Yeah, it is.
So I have not followed who's in the World Series this year. I have not followed it at all for some reason.
Dodgers and Yankees.
Dodgers and
New
Yankees. Okay.
York. Yeah.
New York. Okay.
New York Yankees.
Yeah, 2 powerhouse. The last time they met was 34 years ago.
Huh.
And guess who won that World Series?
Yankees.
Yeah. This guy is struggling.
Yeah. Well, they study them very well,
The Padres. Man, Ron, didn't the Padres have some dude named Brown? He was like one of their pitchers, one of their aces. It was
Kevin Brown.
Do what?
Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown, yeah. Yeah, he was good he was solid for a few years there. He was really good. If this is what I'm thinking about.
I think he got traded to I think he got traded to the Cubs. I think Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
I think that's the year that they won that World Series.
Okay. I know he had 2. Yeah, and I was pulling for the was it the Yankees? It might have been the Yankees, but I was pulling for the Yankees at the time. And,
Kevin Brown, yeah, I think he pitched for the Yankees as well too.
Yeah, he pitched everywhere. Yeah, like I think he's at least a few teams, but the one that I remember where he was really good at was with the Padres, I believe. I think it was the Padres. Yeah.
Speaking of the Cubs, Anthony Rizzo plays first base for the Yankees. I was surprised to see him there.
Yeah, and they were showing a clip when Anthony Rizzo was playing for his Cubs. I think, and Freddie Freeman was playing for the Atlanta
Braves. Yeah.
And I think Chicago Cubs ran out of their bullpen, so he ended up pitching, and he really wanted to strike out Freeman, and he did. So there's a saying that if you really want to get Freeman out, put Rizzo as a pitcher.
Oh God, no. Freeman is so hot right now. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. I mean, the shit that him and his family went through early in the season because of his son. It was just I think he missed at least about a month within the season because his son was ill. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that he won the Grand Slam. First walk-off Grand Slam in the World Series.
That was amazing.
It was a good game. But yesterday's game, I swear to God, Yankees has so many opportunities to come back, especially on the 9th inning.
Mm-hmm.
You got bases loaded, 1 out. You only driven 1 run, and
baseball can be really frustrating. Like sometimes you just can't hit a pitcher. Like they're just so good. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It's like everything they do. It's like I've been very frustrated a lot of baseball games back in the day. Watching some pitcher dominate the whole damn series. It's like couldn't win one game. All they needed to do was like win a game against that guy, and it would have been fine. But just couldn't do it.
Yeah. It goes with the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
This year they missed the wild card by one game. Last year they missed the wild card because of one game.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, Jesus! If you could have just won one of the series, against Angels, they got swept by the Angels.
Yeah.
And they got swept to the Detroit Tiger twice, one at their home and one at home here. Like if you wanted just one of those three series, you would have been in the playoff, and you never know. Once you get in the playoff, you never know what's going to happen. Who the hell knew Astro was going to get swept 2 games at home?
I hate those guys, Astros.
Yeah.
I hate the Astros, I hate the Yankees, and I hate the Padres. Those are my 3 teams that I hate the most. I can't stand those guys.
What's your favorite team?
Dodgers.
Dodgers, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I live near Oakland and San Francisco, but I don't like those teams. I've always liked the LA Dodgers.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Dodgers has a bigger market. I mean, you have, it's one of the richest franchise in Major League.
Oh my God, they spent a lot. Ugh.
Yeah. So you got number 1 spender this year, Dodgers, and you got number 2 spender, Yankees, this year at the World Series.
Yeah.
And Shohei Ohtani, he's not doing anything in this playoff.
He's hurt now.
He's hurt. Yeah, good for him. Fuck, I'm surprised that he didn't torn his LCL stealing that base. I'm sorry, man. I mean,
I was hoping to watch him pitch, but I've not seen him pitch for the Dodgers yet.
They say that probably comes down to like game 6 or game 7. I think he might come in as a relief pitcher. They never ruled out that he's not going to pitch, but after this injury, he's out for sure. He's not going to pitch. Yeah. I mean, you can draw up dramas and, have a Cinderella ending. I mean, this is his very first playoff, and he made it all the way to the World Series. He made a history by hitting 50-50, 50 home run, 50 stolen bases.
He's not doing that great for the series, though.
No.
The one that's doing great is that Tommy Edmond.
Edmond, yeah. Very first South Asian mix.
Yeah, he's Korean, isn't he?
Yeah, isn't he Filipino or is he?
No, I think he's part Korean.
No, he's not Korean. He's not Korean. I would have known that. I think he's like.
Wait a minute, now I gotta look it up.
I think he's Filipino or some Southeast Asian mix.
No, South Korean.
He is?
Yeah. Let me see. You don't believe it?
No, he's not South Korean.
Yeah, his mom's Korean. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
his
fuck.
dad's European and his mom's Korean.
God, she got around, huh?
Oh my God.
No, but I mean, it's a great series. So far, I have not been disappointed on this game. Regardless who wins the series, I hope it goes up to game 7 and has a dramatic 9th inning tied up. Shohei Ohtani at bat and there's bases loaded.
We'll see. And
they're down by 2 or down by 1. I don't know. That's the kind of only thing that I can see that Major League has been brought up all the way to now, but with his fucking success that he has done with Dodgers, I mean, you got 5 MVP players at this World Series right now.
It's like amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. 5 major league players, 5 MVP. I mean, it's a great. I'm surprised that they don't have a game today because they're flying to New York right now as we speak, right? They're probably going to have a game tomorrow in New York. So I was thinking about buying that one piece, the booster pack, the one that you told me about, Yvonne. It's like $49.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it, right?
Are you talking about which one? The
one that has 4 different mix packs?
Yeah. We got it for like $20 and we got 3. Yeah. We got 3 packs and we didn't hit anything.
Yeah. Yeah, we got them for relatively cheap too, and it just still wasn't worth it. Yeah,
Like now that you know that box is like selling for like $50 now.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why some of the cards I don't want to open because
yeah,
the value has gone up because
yeah.
certain players, certain rookies has done really well. But the one that I opened, the tops is so majorly produced. I mean, your chances of hitting is like 1,000,000 to 1 pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's I figure, you know what? I'll just buy it. $35. It's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those booster pack that has like a 6 packs, those are like $24.99, so 50.
Yeah.
So I got my values worth.
You ever buy a case of something?
No,
No.
I can't do thousands of dollars on. I thought about it.
Yeah.
I wanted a case on this one of the next One Piece sets that are coming out.
No.
Like I want a case.
No. I'll tell you, man. If you want those cards bad enough that are in that case that are expensive, just buy the damn cards and save some money.
I want the case.
Wow, a case. That's
But
amazing.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If you get the case, would you open it?
Yes.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But would you have like few boxes non-open?
No.
100% open it.
Oh, you guys will be just ripping it.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah.
I cut the tops of the packages with a scissor. Pull the cards right out of the package.
It
Yeah.
has so many like cool cards, like in
Yeah.
this next like
It's a really cool set, but man,
it has like
I'm
the
not
wanted card. Yeah.
I'm not buying a case.
It's got like 4 different mangas. 5 mangas.
Isn't there like a case hit on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So right there, there's a guarantee you'll get a.
Dude, they have these things, they call them God packs, and it has like a set of like the most expensive cards in the whole thing, and they put
They
them all in
usually
one
do not
package.
have it for the US ones.
Right.
Though.
This time they're doing this for the US one. So if you hit that,
But that's not the one that I want the case out.
yeah. But if you
I
hit
want
that,
the case of the next set.
yeah, I know. But if you get that God pack, it's probably like that one pack alone is probably
like
worth
$10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, so here's the thing. How much is it? How much boxes in a case? Like 12?
12.
Okay, so you open one case and you hit a God pack. The rest of it, sell it.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, the
That's-
chances of getting a God pack though are like
What you do is you open that up and you open up the God pack and then you sell the God pack, and you get $10,000 in your hand. That's what I would do. Is I'd sell the God pack and make $10,000.
Wait, but how would you know if you have a God pack if you don't open
You
it?
have to open it. There's no way to know unless you open it.
Yeah,
So
so
you open it and you have the 5 cards. You have those whatever cards that are in there that are the most expensive cards in the whole set. And I think it's worth. I think it's worth about maybe $10,000 or or $8,000 to $10,000 for that one.
Don't do it, David. Don't do it.
no, I'm not doing it. I'm just saying. I'm thinking. All right, you hit a God pack out of the. Let's say you in your 13 boxes and you hit a God pack.
Yeah.
I would do is send that thing to PSA.
Yeah.
And sell the rest of the boxes that you have.
Yeah.
Wait a month and you get back and sell those, and
Yeah.
you get like 100 times of what you have invested in that box.
That's probably a better idea. Yeah,
But that's if you hit the God pack.
They'll go down, dude. The prices like the I don't think they're going to hold that value. I don't trust it to hold that value.
what are you talking about? Like the mangas?
Yeah, the mega cards. I don't trust the One Piece cards to hold that value. Yeah.
She has that look. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want the cards.
She's like, I don't care what you say. I still want the cake.
Yeah, I tried to. I can't remember what I was kind of putting my foot in the water to see if I can't remember what it was, but I made a deal. I was like, I'll let you buy a case of that if you let me buy something. I can't remember what it was. And
Or if you take care of the
oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, we got a whole tree. Yeah, that's what it was. We got like a whole.
like the lawn
We got a
care.
whole tree thing in the backyard I don't want to mess with and stuff. I told her if she takes care of the tree problem we have, I'll let her buy a case of that stuff. She's like, just tell me you don't want me to buy a case. I'm like, I don't. So she goes, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was like, okay, you just call the tree people. You don't really have to do anything, but just arrange it. And
I bought like 5 of this, hoping that it will go up in value. This is the second volume of the Locarno Rise of the Floodborn.
Oh, it didn't go up in value. It went down in
The
value.
only thing that went up in value is this. The very first.
Okay.
As you can see, I have it in the acrylic case.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see it.
Very nice. Snap open.
Yeah.
But yeah, so $45 for this. I bought it at Target.com. It's like 300.
My
Same
God.
thing. Bought it for 30, I think like 40 something dollars.
Oh my God.
Still 40 something dollars. So, and this one, God, you have no idea how many of these I bought. Jeez. Like I gave like boxes to Gomez. I gave it to, I think my across the street, there's a guy that he collects. So I gave him a box. After I opened it, of course, I gave him all the comments. But because he said he has a grandson or something.
Yeah.
Like I have a customer that has a son that he's into Pokemon. So I said, you know what? Well, you want to learn something new? Here's Illuminati. Here's
So
here's a-
so David, all this collecting that you do, did you teach your daughters not to do this?
Actually, I got them into comic books.
Oh, did you really?
That's one of the reasons they love to read. Especially my youngest. I think I remember taking them to a comic shop and yelling at them because they would touch everything. Don't touch anything, because when you walk in, they're about 4, 5, 6 years. At the time when I was start taking them, there was like 5, 6, 7, 7 years old. Their toys and their curiosity, like ooh. Then after they got older, I bought them comic book for them to read. So that's how I got my kids getting into reading things, getting interested. But they didn't really heavily got involved with collecting.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave them, I think my oldest daughter, I gave her my Spider-Man 1, silver cover.
Okay.
And my youngest, my second, I gave her I think it was Wizard World. I mean Comic Con Batman Avenger 12, the Virgin cover. So, it was just something to hear. It might not have any value, but here, if you see this, always think of me as your father who has as a comic book collector. And my wife right now has all the position of my high-end comics, and I still need to get into that damn case.
Just break it already. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I paid good money for that case.
How much was the damn case, David?
That I paid $65.
Dude, break it open.
And how much are the books inside?
$65.
Well, I think they said you can fit like six or 8 comic slab books.
Mhm.
So
I am curious what's in there now.
Do you remember what's in there?
I can think of a few books that is in there. My Wolverine 145, the Nabisco.
Okay. Oh,
Just break that thing.
break it open, dude.
The Lost.
Do you remember Geraldo Rivera? Do you remember back in the day when they found like Al Capone's safe?
Oh yeah,
And they spent like hours on the special of opening Al Capone's safe.
God, it was so disappointing at the
Yeah,
end.
that's true, man. I was hoping they'd find some really cool, some paper and stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if they can open up Al Capone's safe, I think you can open up yours. I don't think you're safe.
Until this day, actually, other day after work, I came home. I was kind of fidgeting around it. I don't know. It's got to be somebody's birthday. If it's not my wife's, my daughter's, me, my mom, my brother. I can't do my brother because I don't do my brother's birthday. But it could be my Social Security, the way that there's all different.
You tried it all though, right?
Yeah, I tried it, but I don't know how the secret is. Okay, so for me, is 0916, right?
Okay.
September 16th. So I was thinking, did I do 0916 with my year, or did I do 090 016. So there's even with my birthday, there's so many different way I would.
Oh boy.
Well, did I do 090 with my ear? 091970. So
You think it
yeah.
might be an alphanumeric, like your name according to the numbers on the telephone?
No. No.
You think it's a birthday for sure, or an anniversary?
Yeah, I mean, on my personal, my bank account and stuff, I use like really strong generated.
Well, don't tell us.
No. I'm just saying.
Son?
I use a strong generated. You know how when you open account, the phone tells you this is the strongest password that you can use, and you can save it on your phone, and you have no idea what the segment is. It's just like random numbers and letters.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I use on my phone because it's just to a point where, you got to use face recognition and your whatever. That anything that is simple that I use at home, I use my birthday or somebody's birthday.
You've tried.
So
you tried all the variants that you can on that with
how
people's
many
birthdays.
people
That
could it be? Like, write it down, like go in order, like check them off. Like, okay, I've tried this one, next one.
I tried this one this way and this way. It didn't work. I tried this one this way and this way. It didn't work. I tried this one this way and this way. It didn't work. Blah 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 blah.
I know that's what I do, but I haven't wrote. But the thing is that I haven't wrote it down.
We're writing down.
No, that's why it's a. Thank you. I should write it down with all the combination that I've done.
How many people could it be, dude?
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When I did a product review for that,
if it's 3 people, you should have the damn safe open. If that's what it is, man.
Well,
if you have like 100 people, you bank. If you fish out from 100 different people, that's a little different. But
okay, but
I'm gonna guess you use about 3 to 5 people for every time you do this.
Well, here's the thing. When I did the video for that,
I know 3 people's birthday. Everybody that I know 3 people's birthday. Maybe.
When I did the video review for that, it showed the combination. I say, oh my God, the whole fucking world knows it.
Right.
Like not like they know where I live, but still, I got to a point where I was just thinking, okay, I got to do something. I got to tweak it a little when I do this. So I know I use somebody's birthday, but I don't know how I did it.
Did you do anything crazy that you would forget? Like maybe
I did something crazy because I forgot what it was. It was simple as it should. I forgot what it
was. Though, right?
Right. But it's all numbers. It's all just numbers.
It's 3 number one side, 3 number the other side.
Okay. So maybe like did you get fancy, like instead of like using like a 0, maybe you use like the letter O or something?
It's numbers.
Oh, it's all numbers.
It's only numbers.
Dude, you should be able to figure this out. Like, how many people do you fish from? This is stressing me out. How many people's birthdays do you dip into for your passwords and stuff? Like 5 people, maybe 4, 3, 2,
4, 5.
Your wife, your daughter, yourself.
When I talk to you,
for example, okay. So let's say August. Let's say June 30th, 1985, right?
Yeah.
So what is that? 06 301985, right? There are 3 number combinations. So I could have done 060 030, right?
What?
Why would you?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Like I said, I'm trying to get fancy. So I could have done 360060, right? Or I could have done like I could have done 063 and the next one is 085. So that's why. Just this alone has so many ways of doing it.
There's only God.
And then you don't write down which one you try, and you keep trying the same damn one over again, probably, right?
At least write it down.
Yeah, at least write it down.
Write it down, cross it off, move to the next.
So let's say I'm just made up this. I don't know whose birthday this is, but let's say this one 06 can be 006.
Why would you do that?
No, it doesn't make sense.
You know, could be 006 or could
No,
be
it can't be 000.
or 600 or 060.
Oh my
Lives in
god.
David's mind.
I want out of your head, David.
I don't know.
No one does that. Okay.
You know when you think too much and you thought you're being creative, you're like, oh, okay, hey, shit. And a year later, you still can't open a damn thing because you got too creative. It's like finding the perfect hiding place in your home, and you say, oh, nobody's gonna find it here. And later to find out, even you can't find it because you freaking hid it so well.
I think that's a little different, though.
I'm just trying to, I don't know. I got creative because when I tried
Obviously.
the simplest thing, it didn't work, and I just thought that. Anyway.
Well, if you don't open it within a week, I think you should just bust into it.
No, I waited a whole year. I know I can do this, but I'll take Yvonne. Like whatever combination I do, I'll write it down.
Wait, have you been trying to get into the safe for a year?
Yeah, because this was about a year.
You haven't been trying.
Not one time you thought to like write down anything that you tried already.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is your homework. Go write them down and try them.
No, because I gave up. I said, you know what, fuck it. It's not like I'm gonna sell these books anytime soon, so I figured I would just leave it. Yeah. Then when I did that top 50 comic in my book, whatever. Oh no, not at that time. Or was that at the time? But there was few books and I just couldn't get into it. Anyway, I'm not
curious
stressed.
what's in there.
I
am curious.
I'm not stressed. I mean, it's there.
It's safe.
And if anything happens, like this house burned down, all I know is that I'm taking that with me.
You don't even know what's in it. You might have something much more valuable than what's in that.
No.
You know one book. You told me one book that's in there.
GXX1, 8.0, white pages.
Okay.
Just bust that thing open. Yeah. Like the books inside are worth so much more than that case.
I think my Losh 23 is in there. I think.
Okay.
You froze, David.
I don't know what's in there.
Your brain froze.
I really don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, you got a week. Go spend a week just writing combinations, and
I got a blank sheet right here.
There you go. Get started.
Yeah, I figure why not?
Yeah, why not? So we'll know.
Well, I like
all right, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna end this stream. I think until next week or 2 weeks later, we'll see you guys again. Everybody that was on the chat, thank you. Aloha.